Hi everyone, this is Margaret, and today I'm doing a special makeup tutorial focused on vitiligo. Now, vitiligo is a disease in which the pigment cells of the skin called melanocytes are destroyed in certain areas, which definitely can create a really off-looking discoloration. It usually results in depigmentation and creates these white patches of the skin and also on certain parts of the body. Now, it can definitely be focal or localized to one area, but, it may also affect several different parts of the body. The exact cause we don't know, but I'm just wanting to let you know that this is not something that you can't live a normal life if you know how to do proper procedures to cover it up. So I'm doing a tutorial here to focus on that. And Anna, who's my student and also lives with vitiligo, she allowed me to use her as my demo model for this specific reason. And we want to create a more positive outlook on this to help people and let them know that you can live a normal life and know how to cover this up. So here I'm using a silicone base foundation, and I normally don't like to promote certain products by name, but this is a brand that I was definitely refer because I tried different products, but the Graftobian silicone-based cream palette works wonderful. And also the Beauty Blender really works well in terms of applying it. But what I did was I used a flat foundation brush, not a fluffy one, because there's certain types of levels of brushes. Try to use a flat one, and if you can see, this is a super flat one. And because this helps lay the foundation down much thicker, and also it gives it a little bit more coverage. The fluffier the brush, it definitely absorbs a lot more product and doesn't lay it on the skin as much. So you want to make sure you get a really good color. Now match the color of the skin of the darker part of the pigment and go over that underneath the lighter part where the vitiligo is affected. And you may want to also match that up by using the exact color of the actual skin, but then you may want to also add just a little bit more of a yellow or red depending on your skin, just to give it a little bit more coverage, because of the light offsets the actual natural color. And as you can see how it really covers really well. Now this light I have for the video, it tends to be a little bit more blown out. But if you actually look at the photograph of the before, you'll see that there is a definite discoloration between the skin colors. So you can see how that really helps. Now I use the Makeup Forever high definition powder, matte powder, for the setting. And now I'm just using just a basic, really good translucent powder. There's no specific brand that I would have to promote on this one. And then I want to just make sure to set the face before you do anything. And that's really key to making sure that you cover the discoloration. Once all this is done, you could really do any type of look to the face. And today I'm just going to do more of like a soft, smoky, natural smoky eye, using a very soft color brown and a little bit of shimmer. So now I'm going to put the fallout powder. And I'm using a pearlized color that has a little bit more of that yellow tone. And I'm going to use that in the highlighting area of the brow bone. And I'm bringing it in because Anna's eyes tend to go in. So I want to bring it out by using white. White pulls out, dark pulls in. So I'm putting that right on the brow bone. And so I'm taking this kind of like champagne-y brown kind of shimmer color shadow. And I'm putting that right on the lid, just in a circular half moon um, level of shading. And I don't want to go all the way into the inner part of the crease because I don't want the eyes to pull in. I want the eyes to pull out. So I want to keep that light in the inner part. So now I'm just going to blend this color in and just keep it really soft. It's very close to her actual skin color. but it does have a little bit of just a little bit of a sandy feel to it, and it's a little bit of a shimmer, which is really pretty, and it has that metallic-y kind of shimmer feel. And now that I'm blending that all in, I'm going to take my blending brush and merge the highlighting powder with the lid color that I put in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of that gradation definition. What I use is this is a dark shimmer powder, and I'm using a flat brush, and I'm going to go right along the lash line and just above it. And I don't want this to have a really hard edge or anything like that. So now I'm pulling it up, and then I'm kind of curling it up on the side, up the inner crease. And see how I did that? It just kind of pulls it up. And this, I'm going to just blend this in, but I don't want to cover this all the way out. So it's kind of like a crescent shape along the outer edge from the lash line and all the way out to the inner crease. And then I'm taking my blending brush and I'm going to just soften it all up and merge this all together. And it's a very soft, smoky look. Like I said, it's not, really intensely harsh, but it's more neutral and it's really pretty. But with this, you have to, because I'm blending everything out, even though I'm creating that gradation look, you want to make sure you keep going over. So I'm using a contour color, and I'm just going to go right with my blending brush right on the inner crease. And this just gives it extra support. And see how it just gives it a nice gradation there. And now I'm going to get a little bit of my highlighting color that I put on the brow bone and in a crease. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit and add some nice texture to it. So I'm taking my brush and I'm getting all that fallout powder I put in. Now the fallout powder I put on laying on top of the cheekbone so that when I use any kind of eyeshadow, it'll fall right on top of the powder so I could dust it off. And that's what I'm doing right now. Taking that same kind of color that I had on the inner crease, that contouring color, and I'm just going to go right along her cheekbones. It's a very soft contouring color. I don't want the cheeks to be super heavy, just a little bit. And this has a little bit of a plummy kind of tone to it. So it creates a nice, just a nice sweep of color. And then I'm going to go with a little bit more of that contouring color and just go over it, just to kind of make it more softer and yet pull it all together. And now I'm going with a kind of a gold, bronzy, shimmery just on the top, just to pick it up the cheekbones a little bit and just to create a nice little pick-me-up. And I'm going along the bridge of the nose and along the temple and the chin and the jawline. And this really creates a nice effect. So with the brows, I want to use a dark brown brow. And this brow really allows I think the softness of the eyes to really support that look, and it really creates that really nice define, definition to the face. Now brows are really important, especially for me. I really believe that when you are dealing with certain things like vitiligo and things that are a little bit harder to deal with on the everyday level, focus on the things that you have. Like, you have great brows, really emphasize them. If you have great lashes, really use them. Cheeks, lips, I say put the focus on those areas, cover up what you need to do, but don't put any emphasis on the things that are creating a little bit of a issue with your everyday existence. So just focus on the good things. And now I'm using a really super black mascara, and Anna has such great eyes and such great lashes. I'm just really allowing them to really stand out with her eyes. So now I'm taking that dark powder that I used along the lash line in the inner crease, and I'm just going to line the underneath after I do the foundation. I'm sorry, the mascara. And I'm just going to now blend that in just to smolder it out a little bit. But I don't want that heavy, harsh line, which I think is really important in terms of how the whole aspect of the eyes, really, you want to keep it soft, but you want to still keep it nice and, pick me up. So now I'm using this very nude, kind of neutral nude lip gloss, and I like the whole glossy texture to this, even though it's very beigey and very almost skin color. because I think it really adds to that shimmer on the cheek and the shimmer in the eyes, and but yet everything looks so soft and pretty. Now, if you like my techniques and you want to learn, and if you're also someone who's dealing with vitiligo and you want to learn how to do some makeup on your own, definitely check out my school. It's www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. I can do some private training, but we have an amazing online training, and you can also do a blended training where you do half of it online and then come in for intense training. And my school is located in Hollywood. But yeah, for sure, I'm going to be doing a couple of series of the vitiligo looks. And so I hope, those of you who are dealing with this, that, this gives you some inspiration and hopes that, you can really feel confident in doing all sorts of different looks. And for those of you who are not and like the look, just go for it. And also, if you have friends that or clients that you want to show this to, definitely. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I have a lot of great videos coming up, and I definitely appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.